Every morning, I chose the same elliptical at my local gym. I could drink a 16-ounce coffee before the desk clerk opened up, another East Village resident, and the owner's shiftless nephew. Two early birds joined me at 5:45 and used the treadmills on the far side of the gym facing the mirror and me. I learned their names eventually. Sarah was a dog walker in her 30s, a millennial, inked with Celtic sleeve tattoos, crosses, knots, spirals, dragons. In contrast, a small woman, Marta, 75, 80 years old, maybe older, walked silently on her treadmill, tugging, always tugging at her long sleeve top. I saw it once. Marta's tattoo, black ink, like Sarah's, only the difference was disturbing, unnerving at the least, I'd say. Across Marta's forearm, the print was unmistakable. It read A15410. I began to resent the tatted, blue-eyed young woman. Sarah's sweat, her long stride, her bantering with the desk clerk, and especially her indifference towards her neighbor. Brown-eyed Marta paced herself as she treaded. She carefully laid a newspaper on the console, the New York Times or the Jewish Weekly. In contrast, Sarah's reading materials were eclectic and noisy. She dropped paperbacks on the floor, cursed as she turned the pages of the Village Voice, and snapped the elastic on her tight gym shorts, often to the rhythm of her gait. I spent my workout fantasizing about the two women. I imagined hitting the emergency stop on Sarah's treadmill, causing the running deck to halt and throw her to the floor. I pictured her broken limb, decapitating the dragon's head with his open mouth and fangs that orbited her elbow. In contrast, I imagined befriending Marta, listening to her stories over coffee or bottled water. I would serve as a witness to her prior grievances and promise to be grateful for my idyllic past. A past that didn't include SS teams or exterminations or dehumanizing regulations. So, you can imagine my surprise when I saw Sarah and Marta engaged in a lively conversation when I appeared at the gym. On a Thursday, later than usual, timing my arrival and departure to coincide with a safe return home after setting off several cockroach bombs in my apartment. The ellipticals were taken, and I quietly mounted the only cardio machine available, a treadmill next to the tattooed women. I listened intently. Marta was born in the Auschwitz camp shortly after her parents were imprisoned and eventually killed. She recalled moving to New York as a young girl. Marta married, was widowed, and had one son. Her son had given her the gym membership as a birthday gift. To take better care of myself, Marta explained with a thick accent. She also expressed her disappointment. I wanted a Cuisinart, she said, and hid the membership papers in a kitchen drawer. When her son died of cancer several months later, Marta found the gift certificate under her cutlery organizer and honored his wishes. Sarah nodded and flipped a purple strand off her face. Suddenly, she dismounted her treadmill, approached Marta, and embraced the little woman in her tattered arms. Marta wept silently. I felt ashamed. The next day, I arrived at the gym with my 16-ounce coffee and a book. It was a Friday. I knew Marta wouldn't be there, and at the end of the workout, I approached blue-eyed Sarah and waited. Sarah slowly came to a halt and looked at me expectantly. I hadn't noticed her soft smile before. I tried to speak casually. "Here," I said, extending my hand. "I thought you might like this." Sarah accepted my peace offering. I watched her painted lips move as she read the title, "The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo." Sarah looked up, wiped the sweat from her brow, and said, "Cool. Thank you." I recalled my grandmother's favorite sayings. "Your health comes first. You can always hang yourself later." And, well, in contrast, never judge a book by its cover. I'm still working on it.